Go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Get to work. So this brings us back to here. This is copper sealant, not rust. Don't you worry. Somebody used that copper spray when they did the head gasket the last time. So what we got to get after today is this timing chain problem over here. I've got, $1,000 worth of timing chain parts. Thank you, ECS Tuning. Those guys always have exactly what I need. May not be the least expensive option, but they've always got the best quality. So I've got to get this motor mount broken down. But normally, let me show you the instructions here. So if you're going to follow the regular instructions, you get to about the part where you're going to start taking this off, and it says to put the engine on, where to go? Oh yeah, right there. So normally you would install the engine support bridge using the following tools. What that does is that bridges across the two sides of the tower, supports the engine, holds it up while you undo the motor mount. So that way you can raise and lower the motor, but it's totally supported. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the places for that thing to attach to. Not that I have one anyway. What we're going to do instead is I'm going to have to put a jack underneath and lift it up from the oil pan, being careful not to mess up the oil pan. But I fully understand, because I'm already planning on peeling the oil pan off, that we're going to have to reseal the oil pan so it doesn't leak. So next step, we're going to get the jack under the oil pan. Then we're going to break this down, get this motor mount out, get this off, and then I'm going to try and get you an angle where you guys can see all of this has got to come off, and that timing cover, and then we can get to all those timing bits. So going to be a long day up and down off the concrete all day. It is what it is. Just think, if I was on a lift, I'd be running the lift up and down all day too. You know what time it is. Let's get to work. Alright, you hooligans, I gotta show you this. I never thought this trick would work, but it totally does. I'm replacing the serpentine belt anyway, I'm not worried about it. Since we have to turn the crank bolt to loosen it, we've got the belt comes around, right? Doubles over itself, pinches right here, and then loops around an accessory. In this case, the AC compressor. Then it comes back around the top. It's basically, this belt becomes a strap wrench of whatever strength this belt can handle. So I was able to do this and loosen that crank bolt and not have to worry about removing the starter and pinning the flywheel and all that other stuff. I did it like this, and it totally worked. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is the coolest new trick I've ever discovered. The other thing I figured out by actually, reading the instructions. Last time I took this apart, you can take this pulley off the front, but your adjuster back here is still in the way of getting this timing cover off. Turns out the bolt for the timing adjuster is on the other side of the manifold. I'll show you. Oh, hey, yeah, I discovered that this morning too. Didn't even notice it until I came back out here. I think something hit that for sure. You can see there's a little bit of damage down here. This is totally cracked. I think we can fix that. I'm not worried about it. But fun stuff. See this right here? That's the one. There's a bracket in the way. It says to take the bracket off. That little bolt right there should make it so that we can get that adjuster off and be able to get to the timing cover. Now I'm trying to remember. There's a bolt right here, obviously. There's a bolt over here that you can just barely see. This is in the way. There's a bolt right here, and then there's one down low. If I remember right, I gotta jack this up to get to these two and then lower it down to get to that last one. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, you guys, so that's teardown complete. We got all of the chains out of there. It's good to see that all the timing marks are still in there, but it's obvious that someone else was in here because, for example, that tensioner that does the timing chain was barely hand tight. Like, I put the wrench on there, I didn't even have to anything. So that was just barely in there. That could explain part of our timing chain tension issues, but not 100%. So there's that. Everything else in here looks pretty good, except, hold on. Bring this out here in the light where you guys can see it. So here's the tensioner. Right, this is the old one that we took out of there. If you look, that face is totally worn. That's not a good start. So I'm glad we got another one of these. That's going in the bin. Looking at this chain, overall, the chain doesn't look too bad, but it's not new. So let me do this. So on a bicycle chain, which is much less crucial, let's say, right? One of the things that I always used to check at the bike shop was how bad the chain was worn. But look at this. You see how much that crosses over itself? These links are so sloppy. Like, I think I could probably turn this chain 180 on itself this way, you know, across the links. So that, total garbage, going in the bin. Apparently I broke the dipstick getting it out, so add a dipstick to the list. Besides me, I'm the dipstick. I need a new dipstick. All right, here's the good stuff. Inside the timing cover, this is down by the bottom. That's where the inside of the cover is worn. So we had some kind of slapping going on here. Thanks, motorcycle guys. Look at this shit. Look at this right here. That's from the chain. Guys, that's from the chain. The chain literally wore the cover. I think it was slapping around in there for a little bit. Not good. So I was a little freaked out when I bought the timing kit from ECS. One of the things that they put in the kit was a new cover. Boy, am I glad they did, because that ain't going back in. No way, no how. That's pretty sad. So all of this, it's going in the bin.